Okay, so let me tell you how my son's 10th birthday turns into the ultimate game day. We had gamer addicts pull up, and when I say pull up, I mean they came right to the house like a whole fire truck full of fun. They had everything: Fortnite, Roblox, Spider-Man, even a full-on race car gaming setup. Inside, super clean, comfy, soft seating, and ready to go as soon as they arrived. The outside had 2 extra gaming stations, 1 motion sensor, 1 old school setup for the grown folks to get in on some fun too. The kids were hyped, the adults had fun, and everything ran smooth, professional, and stress-free. So if you're planning a party or just want to do something different for the family, book Gamer Addicts for your next event and tell them Ashley sent you.
And we are back with the world's best podcast, Not So Common NSC. What's going on, fellas?
What's good? What's going
on? What do?
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's good to be back, man. I don't take this shit for granted at all. I love doing the podcast, and I love having y'all on, man. It's the best. This is the best group. I swear to God, it's the best group.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun.
It is therapeutic.
It's therapeutic. Yeah. Let's get into this, man. We got to talk about it. It's trending. We're a trending podcast. That's what we talk about. We talk about a lot of stuff, but let's talk about this old Shannon Sharpe, Club Tay. Let's talk about it. A man going through it right now. Got being accused of essaying. We got to say essay now. We can't say the real word.
Essay.
Essay a woman that he was dating, a young girl. You know, he's in his 50s. She was like 19 when they met, and now she's like in her 20s.
Okay.
And she's accusing him of, assaulting her and doing things she ain't want him to do. And now she's suing him for $50 million.
Right.
That's crazy.
What do you guys think about that?
That man is staying left and right in the media, yo. Left and right.
Right. You know that was his first. This isn't his first one, right? A few years back.
I kind of figured.
Yeah, it was the same situation with one of them women.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught up, and I don't know if she sued him or not. I don't really know, but I know you can look it up, and this is definitely the second or third one with this man. So, he.
It was a setup.
Yep.
You know why? You know why I say that?
Why?
Normally when something like that happens, what do? They call the police, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just went right from the police and went straight to the lawyer? Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then it's on the news.
Yeah, bro.
This dude just got or is about to sign $100 million. Come on, man.
Yeah.
When anyone go to the police if this happened? Think about it.
I mean, but the thing is, he didn't really. I thought he was.
No, he didn't do nothing. I think what happened because they were dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were dating. So they probably were intimate hundreds of times. So out of that 100-something times, one of those times she didn't want to do it, and he did it. So she just counted that.
From what I heard is that they had a payment arrangement, and he kind of reneged.
Hey, you got a volume?
I ain't hear that.
Yeah, I probably got to get closer, but he reneged on their payment agreement because he was supposed to be cashing her out on some stuff, and then he was like, "Nah, I ain't doing that." So she kind of felt some type of way. Thank you. I appreciate you. So they had a payment arrangement. So so that's what happened. So she was a little salty. So you gonna do me like that? So that's why it's all money. Man.
I didn't know anything about this at all. So this is like brand new news to me, bro.
And who's her lawyer? The same dude that tried to go after KC.
Busby, the same dude.
Right.
Yeah, Busby.
So it all sounds like a setup, man. It's like, but it's crazy because it's still.
But he set himself up. He set himself up.
No, like he always.
He's definitely should be held accountable because it's like, bro, like. I'm sorry, ain't that much money in the world, man. I'm sorry, not for a piece of butt, man, a piece of booty, $50 million.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, that's a lot of money for some cheats.
That hurt, bro.
You need to come up with something like, if it's like, not real or something, call it like boot booty or something. I don't know, something. That ain't nothing, man. She definitely a cap it.
And the thing is, she got him on recording now. She recorded that conversation when he was talking about choking her and stuff like that. You
think about that.
I ain't hear that part,
but no, it didn't sound like no fantasy. They were talking on the phone arguing. He said, you want to choke you, right?
Think about it though. Don't you think the way he was talking, the way it's comfortable? I'm sure you say that more than once. You know why I say that? Because she probably liked it. She probably was like, choke me, yada yada. So they're doing some role playing stuff over the phone.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What she's saying. He's saying what he's saying. Because they've been talking like that to each other. She liked that, so that's why he was doing that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but here's the thing: on that recording, it don't sound like she said.
Of course, she said them up. That's why she was sounding different than what they probably normally be talking like. And she was kind of like playing low, but recording the whole time. He playing the role like, this how we play role. This how we role play. Meanwhile, she recording the whole time. What happened?
He wasn't the one that he was clapping cheeks with, and he accidentally recorded it, right?
There wasn't no accident.
Accidental recording.
He gonna be clapping cheeks and then record. Who does that? Like, come on. Oh, he recorded by accident.
You stupid.
Yeah.
And then the text messages he sent, when she was like, I told you to put on the condom, I told you not to put it in my butt, and you did it anyway. I was crying. So any jury gonna just those two things, the recording and that. You're gonna be looking for Skip.
Why?
Like, hold on, Skip.
But again, why isn't this going?
He gonna be calling her Skip in the courtroom.
But why isn't this going to criminal court? Why isn't this going to criminal court? Why is it going straight to civil?
Because he got a lot of money, and here's the reason why too. Apparently, it came out that he already tried to settle for like $10 million. So this is before she knew the contract, the $100 million contract. So
it ain't no $50 million.
Nobody even knew about that at first.
Man, you better take that $5.
And now they talking $50 million.
Yeah, it was a setup.
It's a setup, but he
set himself up though.
He got to make. But he liked that over women, especially over white women. He liked that. He go crazy over them, and then
ain't that much.
Them young ones gonna set you up. Unc need to sit down.
Man.
Ain't no buck worth $50 million.
Listen, if you got millions of dollars. Wait, what'd you say?
So that shit can be made out of gold. I don't care. Ain't nothing. Hell no. Me and my hand are real close. Hey, you go on over there with that. If that's how much that costs, I'm good. I'm straight.
Nah, if I'm rich, if I got that much money and I'm dating this girl and she start out of nowhere acting funny and trying to bait me into saying stuff, I already see that. Now I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm like, she acting real different right now. I gotta watch everything I say because I know she recorded something.
Do you not notice?
So it's like you gotta be more.
Do you not notice that people with money do the dumbest stuff?
They do.
Like more money, like the logic kind of goes out. You think you're above everything after a while. You're like, man, I got hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, get out of here.
I can do what I want to do. Exactly.
But
yeah, they say money can change you, but it also can make you more of who you are.
Your true side come out.
If you like that broke.
And the side note, I think that's why Diddy got away with the stuff that he was doing for so long because of that money. But
wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, all day long.
The whole Diddy thing.
It was all money, bro. He was paying that junk off, bro.
You think you got power? Power equals, money equals power. Like. So people think they're above the law.
That's why it was happening for so many years. So many years. It was all
even though we know it's a shakedown. We may know it's a shakedown, but it's something that you keep putting yourself in situations.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, most definitely. Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't understand.
But have you heard about like the Carmelo? Of course, you heard about the Carmelo Anthony cases and all that stuff, correct?
Right.
So I haven't been really, staying in tune with it as much. But from what I've heard is that the victim's father, had his own press conference and everything. He spoke on the news and everything, but when the suspect's family spoke at their press conference, the father of the victim came there to watch. So do you think that was like an intimidation? He came up there with his, little sling on, trying to pose as he's no threat. But do you think he was trying to send a threat? That family of the suspect, they be getting threatened left and right.
So it was Carmelo's dad.
Well, what threat can he send?
It was Carmelo. It was Carmelo's father
that was holding the press conference. What is the guy named the victim, Metcalf? His father came to their conference. So then when he was also asked to leave that conference, the police did it in the most peaceful way and also shook his hand. Do you think if that was the total opposite, how do you think that would have went down?
He'd have had some clubs going.
Exactly.
Two slings.
Nah, I don't think it would have went down like that at all because he got the media there. They would have did the same thing for him. But like at the same time, they would
have been like, "Oh, he resisted. Huh? He resisted, so we had to throw him down to the ground." Look
bad. Got you.
Yes, they're gonna.
They wouldn't have did that. Not over that. They wouldn't have did that. So. They would have probably had him leave. But I mean, as a dad whose son was killed, I mean, to put stipulations on how mad or what he can do is I mean, I can't because
hold on.
I don't know what he's doing. What do you think?
This whole thing, right, is beginning to get crazy now. This is about to ready to turn out.
Why is that a problem? Why is that a problem with him being there though? Like he's just trying to pay, hey.
But let me ask, the reason, like, see if it was you, you know what I mean? Your son, he murdered somebody, you know what I'm saying? He murdered another young man.
Like it was his son that got murdered.
And would you feel, because right now they're trying to put murder charges on that young man, Carmelo. But because this is where it conflicts with me. It was it was the victim, his twin brother, and 3 of their homeboys. This is today, honestly, was the first time I've ever seen a picture of besides like a face picture, an actual body picture. Them kids was bigger than a mug, and Carmelo was like Pookie size.
You better stop your lip.
Hey, walking Jack Pumpkin King over there, you know what I'm saying? So it was like 4 or 5 of them, and they came up to his face. Both brothers know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So they all came up in Carmelo's face, telling him to move. The brother telling him to move, get up out of here. What gives you the right to do that? You know what I'm trying to say? To tell, like, how the way I seen it is like they got that from his dad. His dad walked up into that press conference like he run that jump. Like,
right.
Like he can move mountains.
You ain't gonna do nothing. What's up?
Is that what happened? They have video of it? Like, what was he doing?
This is who? The son or the father?
The victim's father. What was he doing?
He just walked right in there. First off, it's police everywhere. Why are you just walking directly right in there? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have stopped the family from trying to go in there to see the press conference. But he walked in like it was nothing.
It all depends on what the press conference was about. It was about
the whole situation. They're not even supposed to be near each other during this whole shit.
Yeah, probably right that they shouldn't be around each other. It's probably they probably should not be around
exactly.
each other.
So all this is going on, and y'all let him walk right on in and stand there. He stood there for a good minute. Like, this man is blowing up all over the news right now, honestly. You turn to a lot of channels, they showing him standing there during their press conference. It took the police forever to get him out of that press conference. And when they did it so nice and so gentle. They shook his hand, all that different type of stuff. Like he was a freaking hero or something like that. For me, I found that disrespectful. Like, I understand what's going on. Like I said, I can't, say I play on black side, white side, none of that shit, because I'm in between. I don't condemn
right.
Any of that be killing, none of that stuff. I always,
But you know what's right, though. You know what's right.
I know what's right. But
it ain't. You got to stop the black and white and what's right and wrong. I try to
put myself in his shoes. You know what I mean? He gave him a warning. They had a knife. I'm Pookie size, and then I got dudes that's like 10 times bigger than me, and it's 5 of them, and they all in my face.
I'm taking them out.
Pull out that knife, or would you get
your
about
no size
again?
It gets 2 black guys easy. I don't care what size you are. 2 black guys has no size.
Everybody is like that. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't like that. You know,
you better get.
He gave him a warning that he
talking
had
on my side. You talk when you big, but ain't no talking on the smaller dude side. We just got to start swinging. I'm sorry, you got 2 black guys.
But that's the reason why he pulled out the knife. I feel he got tired of,
but I wouldn't get a knife. But we just gonna learn today though. Like at the end of the day,
you know what the real issue is?
And then they over here.
You know what the real issue is? You know what the real issue is with public opinion? Is that there's a new story that comes out every week about what happened
every week,
and that's we don't, and that's a messed up part of like our opinions are based on whatever came out at the time, but then next week it'll be to where something else happened. You know, the story done changed so many times. It's like what really went on in that tent.
Exactly.
What you on, man?
You know, we know 2 things. Carmelo stabbed him because the kid grabbed him. Those are 2 facts that we all know. But it's a lot else that went on.
And then
I think you were telling me yesterday about the donation account that he got. It's not GoFundMe. They took the GoFundMe down, but they have another one that they want to take down. But everybody has a right to leak.
Is that a rumor?
Yeah, everybody has a right to legal defense.
They bought a house and a car with that money or something like that.
And then, did you hear that? If
you can't improve that.
Did you know if they said that if Carmelo goes to jail, gets sentenced, that the family will have to pay all that money back to everybody and all that stuff? Like these people are angry over this.
I ain't hear about that.
That's
not true because it's a donation. Exactly. They don't have to pay back a donation.
They trying to get to the family, pay everybody back and all that stuff. That's a donation, bro. No, stop all that.
What
and plus, and here's the
thing for Metcalf. Ain't nobody, none of us is doing that.
And here's the thing. It's not on the family if he wins or loses the case. It's on the judge of the court system. So what? They should be responsible for none of that.
Exactly. So I don't know, bro. This is getting too big, like extremely big, bro. This is turning into some civil war almost, trying to start up. You know what it sounds like?
Yeah,
it sounds like his first term, huh?
Yeah. But it's gonna be like anytime it's black and white,
first time
situation. People can't get past those 2 facts only, black and white. It's like there's a action that took place. Well, people's minds are so messed up in the head that they're simple minded and they can't get past the race. They can it's right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Forget the race.
Exactly.
It's right and wrong.
It's about what's right and wrong, and they getting too crazy with the whole race thing, and they're trying to pretend like there is no race thing. It is. It's starting to turn into
it. Definitely.
And that needs to stop.
They try. I'll be honest, man. I don't even be paying attention to that. I don't even really see it like people being that invested. But you see it more than I do, man. I don't even be on there like that.
Understandable, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't like the reason why I pay attention to that type of stuff because sometimes you do got to focus in on what's going on around you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like if you got the time,
you got to be aware. You're right. You got to be aware of your surroundings.
So that's the reason why I do that. Like sometimes I look at that type of stuff. I even like my wife calls me old because I watch the news. Yes, sometimes I like watching the news so I can know what's going on.
But you know that they purposely do stuff like
they
that.
lie.
Right. Go ahead. To kind of control your vibration levels, like kind of make you stay at a low vibration state. You know what I mean? To get you angry, to have it black versus white, and for what? Like,
for what?
That's why I said I stay away because that's how they get you. Like they purposely put that stuff. Like, yeah, look at this. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. What can I do about it? Like that was the fate that for those 2. It was for them. It's between them, and it's going to stay between them. I don't get involved in none.
Right.
No emotional involvement from my part.
Yeah. That's why I said, like that's why I always said, like, bro, like, I try my best to kind of stay away from, but I still watch it.
You can't. No, you can't. You cannot get it. You have to stay focused on what we trying to do.
You have to look.
Cannot get distracted. Like that's what they want. That's why it's so many good things that happen in the world, yo. So many good things, but they do not show that.
They won't.
Show bad stuff to get you angry.
They hide it behind like stories like this. You know, everybody is so focused on this turning into a civil war. Everybody's focused on it's a black boy, it's a white boy. But do you not notice
something toward him? He's one of my people.
Exactly. But people don't notice there's always something bigger behind these big stories. That, you know what I mean? It's always something bigger behind it, and then people don't find out till later. You know, my God, when did that happen? It's because you was too busy looking at the P. Diddy case.
Exactly.
Facts. All facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people need to wake up. People need to stay focused and wake up. For real. Yeah. You know, look past all that stuff. They just there. That stuff is there to keep you focused on that. And there's always something 10 times bigger that's going on behind the scenes. You know,
they try to keep you depressed.
Definitely.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, like same thing with that other boy. It was a black kid. I don't know if y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all probably heard of it. And that was killed by a Caucasian kid in school, and they wrapped him up in that mat. You remember?
Yes, I remember that.
What happened with that?
They did. They found out, but I can't remember. I cannot remember the little boy's name. But I think his dad. His dad was a police officer, correct?
Yep, his dad was somebody in some type of law enforcement, and they just kind of found
I forgot how he got in there. Yes, and they cut it, like that's even with the whole twin thing on the mountain, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That just is dying out.
It's a distraction. They trying to bait us. They are trying to bait us from uniting. They want us all angry and distracted from trying to structure a way to unite. This is a way to get you all focused. Yeah. That's why I said, man, it's all cat, man. Like, it's trap. It's a trap. Everything, all that stuff. That's why I said,
the more you can influence and manipulate.
Yes, exactly.
But it's also like what I said too. Even back in slavery, they talked about how we supposed to hate each other, no matter our dark skin, the light skin, old to young. They trained us to hate one another. You know, our skin.
Absolutely.
They trained us to hate anybody who rides with us. Like, for example, if a white person is coming over there to help us protest, we pick on how the way they do it. You know, we ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
We will always see a difference. We will always see a difference. The only difference is the color. That is it.
That's how the way they train us.
We will always act as if we are two separate beings, as if, you know, it's just two aliens and, you know, a different type of alien or something like that. But it makes no sense, man. It's all a distraction. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Everything is a fucking
trap. It is. Y'all absolutely right with all that.
Did you see the movie yet?
Which one?
The movie? Oh no, I'm going tomorrow.
What movie?
I already got my tickets.
Yo, I'm trying to see that this weekend, bro. Man, I heard good news on that movie, bro.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Hey, see it this weekend. We probably got to discuss that next week.
I was already thinking about it. That's funny that you mentioned that shit. I was like, man, we gotta go see Sinners.
I heard
about it.
It's all right. I ain't mad at it.
But you know what I heard or seen on social media that some of the black people was doing, going up to the theaters. Motherfuckers is dressing up like vampires, going up to the theater to go see the movie. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? For what? You know, because now that's gonna give people ammo to be like, oh my God, Sinners is an evil movie. Nobody go see it. I'm like, come on, man, it's just a movie. That's all it is. It's just a movie. Now, movies do tell you stuff in it. Don't get it twisted. But that's just a movie, man. Ain't nothing sinister, none of that junk. That just be making me mad.
When y'all see it, I think we need to have a discussion.
Okay. Do you see it already?
Oh yeah, we seen it.
All right.
Was it Saturday?
So is it true that Michael B. Jordan got a twin, or that's just this?
No, that's good editing. Actually,
that's movie
editing is great.
Movie magic, like Mookie said.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't no twin. It was him acting both roles, but they did that right. They did that real good. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it. Of course, it's not scary. You know, they don't make scary.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard it wasn't scary.
But it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
a lot of hidden messages. A lot of messages that if you just watch on the surface, might not be a lot of stuff you pick up. But I'm actually thinking about watching it again just to look at what I might have missed out on. But
yeah,
it's a deep movie though. It's a deep movie.
I might have to definitely watch that.
I like Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is a beast.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, man.
And I like that he still talk hood. He still talk like he from Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like that.
But like I said before, like I love movies that show black people successful. I can't stand those slavery movies. Those movies about the hood and show my lawyers and doctors and people that own businesses. Show us that it's possible, what it looks like. Put that in our minds, because all we see is massive.
But some of those hood movies, I can't like talk shit about. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like Friday. Friday brings back memories.
It's funny.
But it brings back memories.
But it was a comedy.
Like honestly, me and you was Craig and Smokey back then. That was me and you all day long. Smokey. You know what I'm saying? Looking at that movie makes me laugh because it reminds me of when we were younger. You know?
I do, man, but it's a different time now, man. I understand. It's funny. It's funny. But I don't need the world laughing at us. You know what I mean? We don't need to be the butt of the joke and we're just laughing with everybody. They don't do that with nobody else. You don't see no Asian people in the hood. You don't see no Indian people in the hood and people laughing because they don't believe it. But when they see us, they'll be like, oh, that's believable. Of course he on stamps. Of course he got, 8 people living in a 1-bedroom with roaches. Like,
no,
why that gotta
hold
be?
up.
What?
Nah, other races do that too now.
I'm talking about movies. What movie? Okay. Name a movie like with another race like Black Friday. Name it.
Like Black Friday.
But here's the thing that the movies be based off stereotypes. There's a little truth in stereotypes, but it's a small percentage, and they base all of us on that.
But you know why it's a stereotype? They put that in our heads, so that's how we supposed to live. Like you ever seen the new movie with Keke Palmer? One of them days. It's a new movie.
Oh no, I ain't watched it. It's on Netflix.
No, never will.
I ain't watched it.
Yeah.
Never will. Never will.
Broke black people trying to make it. We are in survival mode. That's what they put us in. We're the only ones in survival mode. Name another race is in survival mode like us. Exactly. Nobody sees that.
Because honestly, like other races.
But the truth is, in the world, we all in survival mode. The world is in survival mode. But we don't see that on the big screen.
I'm just talking about the ones that's in the hood. You go in the suburban.
The movies. It's how they show us in the movies. It's like you can go to the hood and find a Smokey somewhere. You can go to the hood and find a Craig somewhere, but that's not the majority.
Yeah, I think
it's a very small percentage that they stereotype.
No, I was saying that for the most part, I think every race has a struggle group, but we're the only ones that are broadcasting. Yeah, as far as
that's what I'm saying.
But I wouldn't say that everybody's good, but we're the ones that are out there.
We are the butt of the joke, is what I'm saying. Like, why do we always have to be like? Anytime they have like this type of movie, they're always successful. Oh, she's a teacher, a scientist, a doctor. It feels comfortable. But if you go to a movie where it's a black people and they're all successful, you almost don't feel right. Like, why isn't he on drugs? Where the trap houses? Like, it doesn't fit right. Because that's the programming that they put in our head of what fits. Like, we are the ones that fit in the low grade, uneducated. But I remember you remember the movie Boomerang?
Yeah.
You remember the movie? I was watching a interview with Eddie Murphy on that movie, Boomerang. And he was saying that it was an all-black cast for a reason. All of them were successful. You know what I mean? Eddie Murphy was successful with beautiful women and all that. And he was saying when they were doing the movie, he said it was Caucasian people asking, well, if there's not going to be any Caucasian people in the movie, who's going to run the business?
Oh, shit.
That is the most insulting thing you can say.
I know that's not funny, but it's funny.
Right, but that's what people believe.
Yeah.
Like the same thing like with Hispanic people cleaning. Like
that is true.
Like you know what I mean? Like people go straight to that, like, oh, who's gonna clean our houses?
I live in Texas, bro.
Like that's not true. I know so many Hispanic people that own their own businesses and you know that's doing well. They don't just clean. Like like these stereotypes need to be cut. That's what I'm saying.
That's like all black people eat watermelon. I don't eat watermelon. I don't even like watermelon.
And watermelon.
All black people like fried chicken. No,
right.
I like baked chicken.
Right,
more than I like
trying to
fried
say
chicken.
we all like fried chicken, man. That's some
Look at
nonsense.
this dude right
here.
Hey, I like fried chicken though. I can't lie.
Baked chicken more than fried.
With some hot sauce.
Only because it's healthier, man.
What?
Only because it's healthier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but that's what we got. We allow that stuff to happen, you know, and we'll accept the role because the actors need a job, you know. If I don't play this gangster, if I don't play this slave,
that's not an excuse. You need a job, so I'd rather.
Yeah, you want to be an actor? You're gonna play this role, or you ain't working in Hollywood, and they take that role.
Going like, I don't know. I'm not a big Tyler Perry fan, but he was able to get it done.
Yeah. I'm not
a Tyler Perry fan at all.
Well, if you look at his movies, he was making a lot of fun of black women, and he had black men as abusive. That's when I agree.
That's a lot.
Every movie
is like that.
I was done.
The husband was whooping the wife, and there was a lot of ghetto images. It was just like,
I was off of that.
There, and then it's flamboyant. This going on too.
That's another thing.
I was
all that stuff going on.
That's my ruffle feathers moment right there. Every black movie always got to be, oh, the Lord's gonna get us through. The Lord, you don't hear no other movie doing that either. They get it done, but us, boy, oh, the Lord's gonna get us through. Pray on.
They always got a church scene in there where it's taking forever. Yeah. I'm over that stuff too. I'm over it. I'm over the slave movies, the ghetto movies.
Like always,
why though? Because that's how they programmed us to be. Like, you know what I mean? So they have to make their movies the same way for us to be entertained by it. Now, if
but
they
that's
show
a
a
part
movie,
of the programming. That's what I'm
saying. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like
you show them how they supposed to live. You show those animals or what they supposed to be doing. You supposed to, kind of give them that image.
So you can relate to it. You know what I mean?
Like my thing is why I understand the connection between cleaning up the hood, right? If you cleaned up, like a lot of people be like, why are these people living in such filth and comfortable and trash everywhere and liquor stores? But if you got to think about it, if black people did clean up the hood, we raising these prices.
There is.
You know what I mean? So it's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You cannot do you know what I mean? But if we were smarter, you can combat that. Look out for each other. Kind of. You need almost to the point where I remember back in the day. You remember when you could be a hitchhiker on the road and you can get picked up by a complete stranger and be like, "Hey, where you going, buddy?" "Okay, I'm going that way. Get in." Let somebody do that now.
They're gonna keep driving.
Right, I ain't picking them up.
Even if they do stop, I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Anybody getting no ride home, bro?
Distance, they got us so separate. We can't even look out for each other the way we need to. Just imagine what.
Fact.
But like what I said, bro, we were trained, we were brainwashed, whatever how you want to call it. We've been like that since we were slaves, bro. Not to trust one another. That we ain't supposed to grow.
Oh, he a house ninja.
Trained.
Look at that house ninja right there, thinking he better than us.
Yeah, back in the day, man, all 4 of us would have been in the field.
I don't know, man. I got a little light in me a little.
You ain't got none of light. The only light you got is right here. That's about it.
Right here, that's the only light.
Pookie would have been in the house. Look at him. He over there talking on podcast, eating and shit.
I'm trying to
man. He's definitely a house ninja. Definitely a house ninja, boy.
My house ninja ways.
Boy over there eating. What y'all saying?
Over there having a full course meal over there.
The most unified it was during the Civil Rights movement, if you think about it. And at that time, 90% of black, there were 90% of black families with mothers and fathers in the household. But between the welfare system where you couldn't have a man in the home in the 60s, started in the 60s and the 70s.
Exactly.
Started with the drug epidemic and stuff like that. So now you got a mixture of fathers out the home along with the drug epidemic, and now here we are. This is a product of that 20 to 30 year plan that had us this way, because they did notice that the unification at that time, because you had Black Wall Street, you had a bunch of Black Wall Streets. That was just the main one that was put out there because they tore it down.
Yeah,
there was a lot of developments similar to Black Wall Street, but that one was the most famous one as far as put out there, and then and all that stuff happening. But yeah, it was calculated, things that happened, which I figure it was like a 30-40 year plan, which
right.
They plan ahead. They plan 100 years. It ain't next week we gonna do this.
Everything is strategic. It is.
Everything is strategic, just like what you said.
So now this is what we have lined up to be happening or taking place. So now it's just a matter of setting things in order, whether it's music, movies,
to touch on another topic of Mookie's, that's why it's so much ADHD and other conditions like Down syndrome and what was the other one that's big right now?
That autism.
Huge. Like you almost like look at kids now like, okay, what's wrong with this one now? Like it's almost so common. When we were coming up, it wasn't common, but it's these shots that they're giving us. They're trying to almost like them sheeps, like that sheep. Like we need them to be a certain way. So by 2030, those kids by 2030 will be up and running, and they're trying to develop them a certain way of which they need them to fulfill their agendas. I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Before this show, and we got a lot of like famous people in our family. You feel me? We got actors, we got even people that's in sports and all that stuff. Okay. But Pookie is one of the biggest actors I have ever seen in my life.
Please.
I had to get a picture, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a famous picture of Pookie holding Marseille kids. And they ended up the cars.com?
Yeah.
It was a man, a black man that was on cars.com. That was Pookie holding Marseille kids. Let me see if I can see it.
Man, you don't get that gorilla. That ape-looking man out of
I even put y'all next to the show. That's proof. You know what I'm saying? That's proof. That was back at Cassidy Fabulous days. People saying Cassidy Fabulous had a baby out with a King Pookie. The one with the white shirts, man, Pookie was like in his 20s.
Had them long tees on. That was a long big tee.
Man, I seen Pookie. I seen all your videos though. You got famous off them camera phones and them,
Word.
Like, ain't that right, Country Wayne?
Country Wayne.
You should record on the camera phone.
I don't know what you talk about.
But then, hey AJ, I forgot about your long hair, man. You had the longest hair.
Word, you seen that, man?
Yeah.
Man, that shit was out here.
This
You
was
feel me?
long.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it long now?
That was a younger Marion back then.
Word, I told you. Man, we was the B2,
B2K
you know what I mean?
back then.
We was a B2K, you feel me? And we had, you know, we had Young Fizz was Soda Pop. You feel me? That was John. Then we got Pookie. What was Pookie? Pookie, who was you? I forgot his name.
You was J Boog.
J Boog.
Yeah, J Boog. Yeah, you was J Booger. Yep. Mm-hmm.
J Booger.
Then you had
J
Harrison. What was the big lip boy? That was light skinned dude with the big ass lips.
That was smart.
What's his name? I can't remember his name, man. But yeah, man, we had our own crew back then.
That little Fizz or something?
Nah, Lil Fizz had the hair in the back. That's why I said that was John.
J
He was Soda Pop.
Marion. I don't know their names. I don't even know.
You was saying it pretty good. What you mean?
Yeah, I thought I was. I wanted to look good for a second, but I don't know their names.
You be jamming that junk, don't you? On your spare time. B2 Gay and Nick Cannon.
No.
Bro, I still be listening to old school music, man. I can't stand this new music now.
They are.
Then the rap music today trash is just. Well, it depends on like the young, like if they in their 30s, like mid 30s, like they got. I'm a big Sean fan. I'm a Kendrick fan. I like J. Cole.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about the new 21-year-old.
Somebody saying Drake.
I still like Drake ain't bad. Drake always been good.
Man. Ain't no light skin that's on this screen. We all Kendrick fans up in here. We all Kendrick fans.
Kendrick cool, but I'm more of a Big Sean than I am a Kendrick fan.
I'm a Nas guy, man.
Like that. I like Kendrick a lot, bro, and Nas, like what you said, bro.
I mean, Nas is like, yeah, that's old school. Like we gonna Nas forever, the one of the goats.
He is the goat. Who better than
he
Nas?
Could be, yeah. I ain't gonna argue that.
Who better than Nas? Ain't nobody. What you got to say, Boo? What you got, brother?
All I got is all I need is one mic.
Metrics. It's like what are you basing it on? Sales, impact.
Busta Rhymes.
He's one of my top MCs. And I've been hearing a lot about Busta.
Okay.
Man.
I got a question for y'all.
A lot of this about Busta. I don't know if it's true or not, man. But I don't.
It's true.
What about Busta? What did he do?
Huh?
What did he do?
They was just talking about.
Boys.
It was something about some suspect activity going on. But again, I don't know if it's true.
Women. So
and he one of my favorite too. So I don't even want to put that out there.
But his character.
But that's real name.
I'm gonna put this out there. What do y'all rank Eminem?
Eminem would destroy anybody, especially in freestyle.
Top 5 all time. Top 5
all day.
They say people put him as a top 3. I not put him as top 3 rappers.
I put him as top 5.
I wouldn't be mad at you.
I put him as top 10.
He's the number one white rapper.
If it comes to like, if it's like off the dome freestyle, Eminem all day. He got you all day long.
Because here's the thing, they liked him because first of all he was a white boy doing black things and he was saying some crazy shit.
I don't even believe that was
every rapper was saying the same thing.
Like you had Vanilla Ice, you got Machine Gun Kelly, you even had Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Man, you even had what's his name, Bubba Sparks. Has
Sparks.
Anybody even heard about Bubba Sparks?
Yeah, he ain't lasted long.
His man actually had the talent. He had more talent than most of the black people.
He's so.
There's a lot of rappers that said they can't touch Eminem. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers do that.
That's because here's the thing. It's the things that white boys say that black people ain't gonna say.
What you saying, bro?
They'll do the you ever heard of the white boy humor?
Yeah.
Where they can play gay all the time.
Oh right, the white smack you in the nuts and stuff.
Yeah, the white boy humor. Yeah, they do the weird type humor.
Why do you want to do that?
Yeah, like we like when we be like you doing too much, that's what they can do. And that's what talking about Eminem. Like he'll probably say some stuff that's like he'll say some stuff in his songs about killing his mom or something like that. Like who on the screen can relate to that?
Yeah, true. That's because he don't care. He say whatever that comes to his mind, and I think that's what got everybody.
But that's what I'm saying. We call him the great rappers, and we not. What are we really relating to him?
Anybody,
on?
All them dudes, man, like that whole industry. suspect. I don't care who you are. If you in the industry, son, something you did. They not putting you on.
A lot of dudes suspect in the industry, bro.
Everybody.
Everybody's
you on
suspect.
TV, you on TV, and it's some people we know. That's all I can say. I don't even want to say it no more, but it's a lot of people, like you said. We got a lot of, we know a lot of people, man. And what you do, man?
Makes you think.
Go ahead, bro.
I think it's a lot. I don't think it's everybody. I think it's a few of them in there that are. I think everybody's not, but
I don't care.
You never know these days.
Everybody.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think, like, I don't know, people like that's high up, for example, even though it's already out there, people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and all that stuff, you think they did some shit to get to where they at? And then people like, I don't know, Pat Poose, for example, didn't want to do none of that shit.
Yeah, you know and they cut you out. Pat Poose,
but
I know the reason.
Who made up the rule that only black people got to do that stuff?
Yeah, Pat Poose. Nice.
I just gave Pat Poose as an example. Like, I know the whole reason why Pat Poose didn't get that far with it, though.
But we made up a rule. Like, as black people, we always make up this rule that if you black and you own, you got to do some gay stuff. Like, who made up that rule?
I mean, a lot of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Why is that a rule?
Mookie, you know, back in slavery, right?
Not everybody.
You know, back in slavery, they used to grab the biggest slave on the plantation, bend his big ass over just to prove we have dominance over you. Let all the slaves watch.
He had the biggest dude everybody watching.
That's it. It's the dominance thing. It's all dominance. You bend the man over, you lose all of that respect. You ain't no man no more. It's not. No,
I get that, but that doesn't say to every.
Oh, your talent was just that good. You were just remarkable.
Why do we?
They weren't as good as you.
Why do we dislike our own kind that we got to put that on them though?
I love my own kind, but our own kind that turn their back on us without even looking back to even help.
Oh like yeah, that's the thing.
Our own kind is helping putting out these stupid ass stories. So that's the reason why.
That's what I'm saying. It's our like we first of all we like what'd you say? Put out stories to do it ourselves. Like we always destroy ourselves. Like if something in the let's say in the media, somebody's going through something, we the first one to bring up old tweets, old songs, old this and that. You know what I'm saying? And if they become a successful actor based on some talent, like let's say like a Chadwick Boseman was. Oh, he had to be gay just because to be a good actor. It's like we see the dude acting good.
But you have to sell out. You have to sell out. You have to sell out. There's no way around it. You have to turn your back on.
Define sell out.
So you think like every actor
like what do you mean?
Pretty much did something. Like they had to do something, like kill a family member or something like that.
If you're starring in a movie, it's not like you're just that better than everybody else. Man, you have to do stuff to get ahead. You have to. There ain't nobody like you just said some words on a paper and they're like, oh my gosh, get out of here. Like you capping, like no.
But
like
how many of us have been in that situation until we had to read something on a paper to find out?
How many great actors there is in it?
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No, I'm saying like we'll tell them they had to do that to get that role or this, but how many of us who sing that has actually been in that situation?
I don't even think it's just us though. I think all of them. I think it's all of them. I think it's all the races, white, black, Asian, all of them, like to get certain roles.
Okay. You put so you don't just think black people. You think
it's all of them. Oh man, politicians, all of them.
Okay.
Everybody of power is doing.
Come on now.
Crazy stuff.
They got like pictures of what, like some of the senators or presidents.
Yes,
pictures
everybody.
Like
it's not just those people. What? Yeah, right. Anybody of
all
power.
different type of stuff. Yeah.
Anybody of power. You get bored with money. We work hard. We are too busy to be doing that nasty stuff. These people got money. Man, you have people begging you they're at your feet, kissing your feet. You can do whatever you want. Why not try a little kinky stuff? Yeah, put a rabbit back there. Throw him in there.
Put a rabbit back there.
I want that billionaire boredom. You start. I mean, because you think about it. For somebody to be in that position with that type of money, you did everything there is to do. You did everything. You bought everything there was to buy.
Level, like,
it's not
work
nothing
9
to do.
to 5.
That's why it's almost like I question that. Like, damn, if I really reach that level of success, what else would I do? Because you reach a point where you done did everything, bought everything. Now what?
Right. Like,
you get bored.
Yeah.
And then it's like now you just start thinking of the dumbest shit to do, and hours you figure you can get away with it. You start doing all types of stuff.
Right. You got fans. Your name. You got hundreds of people just calling your name, wearing your jersey, or holding posters of you. And man, what? Man, I'm feeling myself. What?
Yeah,
I can do whatever I want.
Hey, you sound like LeBron right now.
You do.
Hey, all I gotta say, hey, look, all I gotta say, if in a few months, if I see Gamer Addicts blown up, I'm be looking at y'all like,
hey, what they do? Hey, it wasn't me.
What the hell they do?
Toes you sucked on.
It wasn't me.
Like
I said,
but check this out.
I'm just talking about certain positions. You cannot be at the top. You cannot be at the top without doing some shady stuff, and it's just not some some odd stuff. It's not always just that, but you sell out. You have to sell out. You have to sell out.
Yeah.
They will tell you, do not help your people.
Yeah.
We'll give you this 20 million. Don't help your people though. All right, well, help my
That's
family.
why I'm always in the business of creating your own. Create your own. You ain't gotta have to go through nobody. Create your own.
Gamer Addicts.
Create your own stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, hey, check this out, man. I appreciate y'all this week. This was a great conversation. I'm telling you, next week, Pookie, you're gonna start off because you be bringing up some good stuff late.
I got a lot to say.
Yeah, so next week you're gonna start this one off.
Do it.
But man, yeah. Everybody, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for we don't take this stuff for granted. Hey, these guys, they love it. I love it. And go to what is it, AJ? Nothing but kicks.
No array for men. That's what it is. That's the websites to be. That's the websites to go to. Coming soon. Sneakers coming soon. They already getting set up on the website. So be looking out for that. I'll let y'all know on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that.
All right. Yeah, and look, and watch out for Gamer Addicts.
There you go.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. We got a channel, but y'all subscribe to this channel as well.
Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. Shout out to our channel too right now.
Gamer Addicts. We still up. We're still on the come up, but we get there. But
Okay. You got a TikTok?
Oh yeah, we got it. We got just about every platform. So any platform, just look up Gamer Addicts, GamerAddix, and then it should pop up. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. So definitely check us out.
All right, sounds good. Hey, once again, thanks for kicking with us. Peace, fam.
Peace.
Look at me. What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me?